Hello techies. In this session, we will test our knowledge on error handling in Power Automate for Cloud. Alright, what is the question asked in PL500 exam? The question is, you are creating automation solutions for a company. You create a cloud flow that includes a scope action. What is the purpose of the action? Before answering this question, we will learn what is scopes in Cloudflow. Scopes are a special kind of action in Power Automate that, unlike other actions, does not perform any actual work. So, what's the big deal with scope? A scope is a way to organize or group of actions and conditions together in Power Automate flows. It can really help with error handling. When designing a flow, commonly overlooked scenario is what happening when something goes wrong. If you observe on my screen, I'm having a complex cloud flow. There you can see I'm having welcome, success emails, feedback loop, and many other actions are available in the particular cloud flow. Now, I want to group of actions, such as I'm going to compose this, right? These functions, I have to group it. In such cases, I'm going to use scope. How can I go ahead and do that? I'm going to click on plus icon to add an action. And then I'm going to search for scope operation or action. There you can see under my control, I'm having scope. Let me select that. Once it has been added, there you can see I don't need any other additional information. You will be able to use outputs in subsequent steps over here, right? Now, the scope has been added over here. Now, what I can do, I can group actions together inside the scope. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag this compose by selecting control, and then I'm going to drag inside that my scope action. Now, if you observe, I have grouped these three actions inside my scope. When creating a complex flow, managing becomes a key factor for fixing issues, testing, and maintenance. In this case, it's important to group all actions under a certain tool, which can also be collapsed and expanded to display the sections of our flow better. There you can see I can collapse and I can expand this scope. I hope you understand about the scopes in Cloudflow. Now let me switch back to the PL500 question. There you can see I'm having four options over here for the particular question. First one is that run a group of actions based on the conditional input. I'm going to use scope for grouping of actions, but not on the conditional input. So option A is wrong. Now going for the option B, I'm going to use scope, that is group of actions together, and ensure that all actions succeed or fail as a group. Yes, correct. I'm going to grouping the actions together, and then I'm going to use this scope action for the error handling so that I can go ahead and I can all actions succeeded or fail as a group. That option B is correct. Now I can see the further options also. I'm going for the option C. Run a group of actions based on the input from switch statement. I'm going to group the actions but not on the switch statement. So option C is also wrong. Now going for the option D, I'm going to terminate a flow run. I'm not going to use the scope for the termination. I'm going to group of all actions which are required. So that option B is correct. Group actions together and ensure that all actions succeeded or fail as a group. Let's reveal the answer. There you can see the correct answer is that group actions together and ensure that all actions succeeded or fail as a group. Alright, I hope you understand about the scopes in Cloudflow as part of this tutorial.